Hi there, Patricia with you doing a tarot card reading for the week beginning June 13th. And we have a full moon in Sagittarius on the 14th. So I'm going to work with the DruidCraft deck for this week's reading. This is an old deck that I've been using for a lot of years in readings. So it's very tattered, as you can see. Very worn, but I just felt drawn to using it for this week. So I'll give them another shuffle. They're very hard to shuffle, these cards, because they're quite big, as you can see. Okay, so now I'll split the deck and we pick 3 cards. So the week beginning June 13th for the full moon. Okay, so for the shadow card we have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is all about fulfillment, happiness, joy, connecting with your ancestors, inheritance. Just a lovely vibe, a lovely, happy, joyful energy. As you can see the lovely rainbow there in the background. If you've been through a difficult few weeks, difficult few months, this card indicates that that has now ended. It's over. That phase is finished in your life. So that's good. With the beginning of the week, we have the 8 of Cups. As you can see, this is about emotional energy and walking away from emotional energy. This guy is climbing up a hill, so he's kind of going against his emotions in a way. It's like he's leaving a situation that is very emotionally charged, and it's taken all his strength and energy to leave it and walk away from it, but he does it nonetheless. And this actually, as you can see, the full moon there. So the full moon this week is all about releasing or letting go of situations that drag you down, pull you under, excuse me, or drain you. Middle of the week we have the 7 of Swords. As you can see, 7 of Swords is about battle in a sense. It's also about deception, people who are working against you. Okay, this guy's got his head in his hands here. He looks quite worried. But I wouldn't be worried unless you realize what's going on. So if you understand where the deception or where the energy is coming from that's causing you that anguish, you can set to work writing it all down, burning it up or releasing it, calling an archangel Michael. But also I feel this is about writing a strategy. Okay, so create a strategy or a plan of action, okay, to deal with this situation. That's what I feel that's about. And at the end of the week we have the World, and this is the conclusion of the energy here that you're dealing with as well. And it is about being very, very, very much on top of the world, having the world at your feet, dancing within that energy, dancing within your own vibe and dancing to your own tune. Also protecting yourself and shielding yourself from outside forces, and keeping it within your own tribe or your own circle. But it's also about, you know, being sort of very capable and using your skills to good use. And I also feel it is about you getting the upper hand. Okay, so again, if we go over them, we have the 10 of Cups for the overall energy of the whole week, which is very much about, as I say, fulfillment, family, joy, celebration. There could be a party, a family party or a family gathering with this card. But throughout the week there is a good vibe, and what I feel from this is your ancestors in the spirit world are assisting you with your life and with your path, and they've helped you up to now. So watch out for those signs. They've helped you up to now. If you've gone through a difficult period, it was only to show yourself how strong and capable you are. So this card is a celebration of what you've achieved and what you've overcome. So it is filled with fulfillment and happy energy. So really rejoice in that vibe and be happy about it and appreciate it. With the 8 of Cups, or celebrate it, I mean, you know, appreciate yourself and how far you've come. With the beginning of the week and the 8 of Cups, we're being called on to release. So let go of issues that are holding you down, dragging you down. You may feel that when you're in the company of some people or situations. You may feel a pulling sensation. Okay, sometimes you feel it under your left armpit. I know that sounds odd, but sometimes you feel it pulling, and that's where the heartstrings are. If you feel that pulling sensation from people or situations, it's a message to step back, step away. This person is going up the hill It's something they don't want to do. They don't want to leave the situation. So it's possibly a codependency sort of vibe, but they're doing it nonetheless, and they know it's for the best and for the highest good, because they're reaching a higher level and they're going up and up and up. And as you can see, you have the full moon here, so this ties in with the full moon in Sagittarius we have, that's vibing throughout the whole week. Okay, and it'll come to a peak around the Tuesday, okay, the 14th. So be aware of what you have to release, get rid of it, release, 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 and know you have the strength, capability and power to walk away from these draining or difficult situations, because you have your ancestors there who are helping you all the time. With the Seven of Swords, as I mentioned already, this is about creating or writing a strategy or plan of action to deal with situations you feel are opposed to you, or people who are opposed to you. The Seven of Swords is typically about deception, or somebody who's up to something in the background or trying to deceive or get away with something that they shouldn't be getting away with. That can either be yourself or can be somebody else. This card is urging you to write out a plan of action. So be aware of the situation. Don't bury your head under the sand. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to pretend it doesn't exist. Be very open about it and very honest about it. And if you can draw up a plan or strategy to deal with it, you will deal with it very, very, very effectively. Because as you can see with this card, the world, you have the world at your feet. So you've now gained that ability. It's sort of a pinnacle card. You've reached a point in your life where things are really good and things have come to a really good point. You've gained a lot of skills. You've gained a lot of capabilities. You've learned so much from these difficult situations of the last few months that you've really gained the upper hand. So the world is a card of celebration and appreciating how far you've come. I also feel with this wreath-like energy around it, it urges you as well to maintain your energy bubble, maintain your protection, maintain your own energy and your own vibe, and use the skills, earth, air, fire and water. Use the work of the elements and the energies to keep yourself very grounded, very balanced and very much in your own vibe. So interesting cards for next week. I wish you a wonderful week and have a magical full moon. Remember, you can find me on Facebook, Patricia Weston, and Instagram at Patricia Weston Witch. And I'll hopefully speak to you in a couple of weeks. Have a great week. Bye.